swaying in the breeze, a gentle hum among the trees. With every step the earth we greet, the forest hums beneath our feet. Through the woods the path is clear, a song of nature we all hear. Birds are calling soft and bright, guiding us towards the light. With each note the forest sings, echoes fly on soaring wings. The trees are swaying to the sound as our hearts lift off the ground. In the forest we'll find our way, dancing where the shadows play. With every step and every...
Hello there guys, and welcome back to Scottish Hill Talking. Apologies if you can't hear me too well, I have forgotten the mics again. But I'm back in Inverkip Woods this weekend because tomorrow and Sunday I'm up in Everton doing a training course on archery. So I thought, rather than having to cycle back and doing 2 days in a row, just camp here, you know, class. Already got camera set up doing, which is probably the shot I'm going to open up with again. But this time I've brought some new gear to kind of try out, and some of the stuff that I forgot to bring the last time. That is awfully blurry. It's a wee bit better. So this is not how I want to see my scouts leaving their kit lying out when everything's set up, but I had to look for everything to make sure when I was hunting for my mics. So I've brought my 5 litre waterproof bag. That has got all of my change of clothes for the weekend in it. And they are really handy for if you're going paddleboarding or kayaking to keep your gear dry. So doing that. Additionally, I will need to run down to Sainsbury's quickly and try and get myself something for dinner, because I am a fanny and have forgotten to bring the pizza subs. I was going to do deep fried pizza, a Scottish delicacy. But it's actually okay. I'm hoping it doesn't rain too bad, but I do have a tarp with me this time, so I'm going to throw that along this, I don't know if you can see it, this red line that I've put up, paracord. So I'm going to turn that into a shelter. I have also forgotten to bring pegs, so you know, but I've got my knife and we can easily make some pegs out of some twigs. The Duke of Edinburgh crew are up again this week, so I'm going to go over and speak to the leaders just to tell them I'm over here, and just to make sure they try and stay away from our camp. Since the last time we were up here, people have obviously been up because there is now an altar fire, and someone has tried to do some cleaning up, which is handy, but there's a lot of rubbish lying around, a lot of bottles, so I'm hoping, really hoping that nobody comes up this weekend. I'm hoping the rain kind of deters anybody from wanting to come up. I'm going to nip away, get some of my gear sorted, and then we will walk down to Inverkip and get some scran. Right, so I've got the tarp over, and as I said, I forgot pegs, so I've done a wee bit of recycling. I've went around the sort of ruins of the campsite sort of stuff, and I found a whole load of old camp chair pegs, or camp chair legs. My plan is to try and use them as sort of big pegs essentially. Hopefully this stays up overnight. This is my first time using a tarp over a hammock, as the last time you seen me use a hammock was the first time I ever used a hammock. So, but I did get a good night's sleep that last time, so hopefully repeat tonight. So plan is to poles go in the loop and stretch this tarp out, so it kind of stretches out like that. I don't know if you can see that now. And then that means any rain that hits this will run down. I'm going pure outdoors, boys, on this one, showing you some ways of getting around some camping tricks. I'm going to start listing like the same way the Hell on Earth boys do weird camping videos and put them into a playlist, I think I'm going to do my camping videos in a playlist on YouTube now. And the playlist is going to be called Camping Mat. Right, so tarp's up. It's not as good as it should be, but gives you the rough idea of what I'm going for. Right, so that will kind of shelter me, hopefully, during the night. These are the pegs that I've recycled out of scraps, and that's a pile of metal that I'm going to take back to the actual campsite to stick in the bins. I think I've done no bad. Hopefully it keeps me dry tonight and tomorrow night, but we'll find out. Right, so plan is I'm going to nip down to Sainsbury's while it's still daylight. It is currently 20 past 9, or 20 past 7, sorry. We're in 24-hour time, so hopefully this is still standing by the time I get back. I'm going to stick my bag and everything in my hammock, and then we'll go for a walk. Right, so walking down the hill to Sainsbury's to try and get some scran for the night, and we might even pick up some bin bags and try and clear some of that rubbish that was nearby. But check the view. Absolutely cracking view tonight. Up the hill. Aye, so as you probably know, this video may or may not be on schedule. It may be a week late, it might not be, depending on how quick I get this edited, but the main reason for that is I have had, in all honesty, one of the worst weeks mentally for a while now. To kick it off, a couple of weeks ago, in fact the Thursday before the last video went up, one of my dogs, Lily, sadly passed away at the age of 17 and a half. She was an absolute trooper. She passed away in the house, and we've buried her, but she's gone, so that all hit us really hard. Obviously having a dog for 17 and a half years, you can't ask for anything more other than more time. She was an absolute cracking wee dog. I didn't have her for that full time. I've only had her for the last 10, 11 years now. She's only been part of my family, but obviously Robin and Susie have had her, and Nathan have had her for a lot longer than that. So yeah, it was really sad to see Lily go. And then I made the mistake of the Friday morning after that happened was to try and go to work, where I had another mental breakdown and just couldn't hold back the tears. So I decided just like, yeah, so I'm going home. And to help with, not so much the grieving process, but to kind of get my mind back on track, I decided to take 23 scouts, 2 adult parent helpers and 1 explorer leader to Everton for a camp, where I realised that I am no longer 20 years old and nearly blew my bloody knee out. So yeah, this is first time I've actually been able to walk without my legs strapped up in nearly 2 weeks. I'm doing not bad. I'm taking it easy, but well, I say I'm taking it easy. I'm going camp, but I'm feeling a bit better, thinking that I can get back into the swing of things. So this video may be the documented downfall of my mental health this weekend, but we'll find out. And then to add on to all that, after that rough week, I got back to work. I was on night shift, and in the middle of my 3 nights, I woke up from my break to find I had an abscessed tooth. So I had to book an emergency appointment at the dentist in Glasgow. Went and got that, got antibiotics, and then I'm going to have to probably go back to get it pulled out. So I've got all that to look forward to, and if anybody knows me knows I am terrified of the dentist. So yeah, that's going to be fun. But yeah, but this weekend doing some filming. I'm also doing some training for the archery as well, so it means I am fully qualified to run archery courses for the scouts. And what else am I doing? Oh, editing the crap out of this. So I've got a lot to keep me busy. I'm going to try my best to try and get some shots out as well. And some photos for Instagram as well, because I need to start learning how to use this algorithm pish. Because I'm getting more views. I love that. But I need more of you to make sure, if you are watching, please subscribe. Right, you're helping me out, man. I'm not expecting to be anywhere near as good as like Mr. Beast or anything like that, but like if I could get to like triple figures by the end of the year, I would be over the moon. Right? I'm also planning on doing some videos with one of my old pals, Jordan, that effing guy. We're going to do one like over Zoom. We're possibly going to do one meeting up finally, and well, we have met up before, but like finally meeting up on camera, doing one. And he is also willing to come out and do something on Scottish Hill Talking as well, which would be kind of cool. So, because I've not completely gone away from all the geeky stuff, but I'm focusing on the hill talk side of things just now. So if I can get like a wee crossover where we maybe go back to doing the geeky stuff with Jordan, and then he comes over to do some stuff on my channel, we could do some hell on earth stuff like cooking on the fire and stuff, and see how he gets on. It would be quite class. But the main goal of this is to try and get my pals out to kind of do stuff with me, and it's also to try and see if I can rope anybody into finally doing Ben Lomond with me, because I swear to God that's not going to be my last video on here. It's not going to be a tribute to Jack and Victor for Still Game, where I just disappear up Ben Lomond. But like, I really hope I can get it done this year. It's such an easy Monroe, and I can't really believe it's taken me. This is going to be my third attempt trying to do it. But yeah, additionally, scouty stuff. Scouts is getting ready to kind of calm down for summer holidays. We're going to be still doing the harder webs stuff that we always do every summer, that you've probably heard me talk about in the past. Might even see if I can get the squad in some videos as well. That'd be quite cool. Doing that. What else am I doing? Going to do the power boats in a couple of nights. That's going to be, or a couple of weeks. That's going to be quite cool. Who else? What else? Well, I was originally trying to get tickets, or not get tickets, to get somewhere to camp so we could go to the Riot Festival down in Oxfordshire, but I've been unsuccessful because everywhere is fully booked up, and it's fully booked up miles in advance. So we're going to try and see if we can go to the air show, which is in September, I believe. October, September. So I'm going to try and go to that, and that will get the scouts their air researcher badge, hopefully. But yeah, like, I think on the way back up, like, because I've walked down this road so many times, plan is to walk through like the woods that you can't see, which are miles away over there, but it takes us up for about the Everton campfire, and then we can go straight back into the campsite. I still need to have a word with the Duke of Edinburgh leaders just to make sure they know where I am, because I always like to make sure I'm aware. That's why I'm wearing my necky, so they know I'm not like just some random arts up here in camel. But if you've got any suggestions of places you want me to kind of try out, or things you want me to do, or even videos you want me to see to get some ideas for, give me a shout, and I'll definitely have a wee look. It's not a bad wee walk. Nice wee stream down there. The only thing that kind of ruins it is the amount of rubbish that's just kind of left lying, but it's everywhere up here, like everywhere in general. trying to think. Something else I was going to say was, oh yeah, I have currently closed my Etsy shop. I'm going to try and branch out and see if I can find somewhere I can build my own website. If there's anybody out there who's willing to help me out, or even just give me some advice, I'm more than open to any suggestions. You can send me an email. My links are all either in the description or on my channel. But I am looking for someone to give me a wee hand, because I've never built a shop before. I've never built a website in general, to be honest. But like, just something basic. Just want to be able to sell some t-shirts, some cups and all that as well. And maybe branch out and see if there's any other. I want to do stickers. I've already got some stickers in the works. I've got business cards and all that, which go with everything. But it's all about kind of spreading the logo. Right, been to the shop. Got myself some pizza and look Z and some donuts. You make it through the night. Heading back up to camp now. We're walking through the Daft Glen, which will take us up by Daft Dam as well. Oh, no, it won't actually. We don't get as far as that, but it is a nice wee foresty walk. There's a gander. Nice wee stream down there. They like to walk up or back down this way occasionally. Just so it's a bit more therapeutic, I think. What we're going to do is head back up the camp. We're going to get everything settled, everything packed up that we need for the mortar, and then try and get ourselves a wee early night. I'm going to wait till tomorrow to cook anything. I've got a wee freezer bag with me, so that'll keep my pizzas fresh until we need to use them. I'm going to wait till tomorrow night where I do a fire, because I probably need it to dry out a wee bit. And the plan is to kind of copy something I seen the boys do at Hell on Earth a few months ago, which is going to try and do a Scottish delicacy of a pizza crunch or a deep fried pizza. So I've got myself some wee Chicago towns, I've got myself my flour, and I'll get some water tomorrow when the hall's open during the archery for some water for the fire, for the batter, and hopefully we'll not die of food poisoning. Do enjoy a wee pizza crunch from time to time, so I'll probably need to nip away at some point to go and grab oil, come to think of it, because I'm pretty sure I forgot to bring my oil as well. I am not on a good pattern of things to like. I'm going to need to put there's a wee counter here now of all the things that I have forgot this weekend. So let's see, starting off, forgotten oil, microphones, food, what else? Pegs. I probably forgot something else. My drone, forgot my drone as well. Aye. Oh my god, I am struggling. Aye, so this is why I need to do this with people. So I've got someone else to blame for when I forget something. But aye, my plan is camp, pack up what I need for tomorrow, make sure everything's under a tarp at some point, and then kind of get settled, and hopefully try and get myself an early night. Aim to try and get to sleep for 10:30, 11ish, because I've got to be up for at the latest 7 tomorrow to be over at the field for about I'm just going to leave camp all set up, and then Sunday morning is going to be the big challenge of getting up early and taking everything down from camp and taking it over. So I don't need to come back over. But yeah, as I said, all the weather's quite good. Place does smell amazing, because last video I did, I think you might have seen, it hadn't rained in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks in Scotland, and then I think 2, maybe 3 days after that video went up, it was torrential for about 3 days straight. So the grass and all the greenery has soaked all that up, which is why place looks like this, which is fantastic. Means that the ecosystem is working. But what we need is maybe a couple of days of staying dry. Although it is actually alright, I can't really complain really. Right, so we're almost back at camp. Just follow this wee track up the road, and then there's a field a wee bit further up that we cross to get back into Evern. I know the horses were out earlier. I'm hoping to God that they're no longer out, otherwise this is going to be the fastest field crossing I've done in a while. So, almost there. I think the next time I'm uploading, because I've not got anything in concrete yet about any other places I'm going to go. I think I might do a kit video, so that'll be a wee video from home of me showing you guys what I personally take when I'm going either on a hike or a camp. I might do 2 separate ones. I'll do a hike one and then I'll wait a couple of weeks and do a camp one. So I'll start off with all the recommendations of what I recommend you take for a hike, and then I will also add in all the stuff that I take for when I'm recording an episode of Scottish Hill Talking. I think we might be in luck, because the horses do not look like they are out, but I could be wrong. We'll find out in a wee minute. We'll get around this corner. I think we're in luck. I believe the horses have been moved or have shifted fields, so we should be able to get over safely. We are camped up there, so it's a quick wee run over there, by that dead tree, and then back at the Inverkip Woods. Morning. It is currently 20 to 5. I did get a good wee bit of sleep. I woke up for half an hour ago to the sound of foxes hunting. Well, that's fun. But no rain last night, so everyone's still standing. I'm going to get myself some breakfast just now, and then kill a bit of time while I'm waiting on the rest of the guys showing up for archery. It's quite bright in the morning down here as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have my breakfast, and then we are going to, I'll maybe go for a wee wander for a wee bit, kill a bit of time. Aye, so aye, my shelter skills are actually not too bad. Thank you for watching this video. It's been quite a good wee break for me. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please, if you could, please subscribe, comment, share, like. You'd be helping me out by just interacting with me in general on the site, on YouTube. Go check me out on Instagram and TikTok as well. And aye, this is also going to be a bit of a two-parter weekend. So in a couple of weeks, you'll see the second part of this video where I'll be doing some cooking on the fire. And then after that you'll see the kit videos. Hope you all enjoyed it, and as always, get out in the hills, go clear heads and go discover a wee bit of Scotland, guys. See yous.